That's nice. That's a wonderful clicking sound.
You really got to work with this.
You really got to get close. You really got to get.
You really got to make love to the
Okay,
microphone.
I got to get my face all up in this.
You're
thing.
pretty good though. You sound pretty good to me. These microphones are sound
They're
great
pretty good.
today.
They're not
Yeah.
good. They're not
Sometimes
bad.
they're very temperamental and you can't hear yourself.
So.
I was looking for the L
Ooh, that sounds
on
good.
on the mic.
The L on the mic? What do you mean? Oh, the
Or
left.
on the L on not the mic. The L on the things on my head.
People are so
Headphones.
confused about what's happening.
Yeah.
You're looking for the left and right, like insignia.
Yes.
On the headphones.
I'm OCD. I had to
No, everyone
figure out
has
the
to-
directional. Because if I put them on backwards, somebody could walk in here and see
and poke
and
it
just
and-
like be like, man, that guy does not know
That
what
guy's
he's
an
doing.
idiot.
He does not have his life together. And I'd be like, yeah, I agree. That's
We've gotten to the point where I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I've
I've
given
gotten
up.
past the point of caring.
I'm gonna touch you like a blind.
Okay, touch me like a blind man.
Oh, yeah, you have them incorrect.
Oh, well,
backwards. See, so is everything? Do you hear everything backwards?
yeah, I'm so confused right now. If I
You're-
close my,
That's everything's coming through.
all the language is
Yeah.
backwards. Jesus.
There's also a button on this cord. What if happens?
No,
if I
don't
push
touch
it?
that.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah,
That'll stop the recording
that
session.
might stop the recording session.
You see this little button? It's like
That's
hello.
the
You've reached
Is
me
that like
while
a
I'm
Thanos snap if you push this?
Yeah.
spoiler.
I just turned into ash. You guys like, the show must go on. Somebody find a dustpan.
I wonder if
I
I
think
click it. Oh yeah, if you move your feet under the table, Murphy likes
yeah,
it.
Is that
Murphy
why he
likes to
growled?
yell. Yeah,
I love that.
he gets really
Okay.
mad.
I thought I stepped on him and I felt really bad, but then
No,
I
no,
realized
no.
he was just like, bro, don't move those feet.
No. He's
Will they get mad if I take my shoes off?
No, he'll like it. He'll probably come and lay on you.
I wish we had a doggy cam.
Oh, we should do a doggy cam
Yeah,
instead.
that would
we
be
should just
cool.
put up. We should, instead of recording the podcast with the GoPro, we
Yeah.
should just put it inverted on the table.
I have the camera. I forgot to set it up.
Oh,
I'm gonna set it up.
okay.
I think we should set
Keep
it up
doing it.
mid.
Yeah.
Oh, we're definitely
Pod
gonna do that.
mid-
Yeah,
cast.
it's gonna be like, you know how they say like in stories you should always come in the middle of the story.
Absolutely.
That's what's gonna happen.
Just like in any good improv scene.
in media res in media.
Media offline.
media it's an editor
I
joke.
don't know.
It's
I
an
think it's
editor joke.
buffering still.
Well, first of all, welcome back to We Stayed Late. We have a guest with us today.
I was gonna say I've never been here before, but I'll
But
take it.
We're welcoming the audience.
Oh,
Sean, in
cool.
case you didn't know,
Oh,
there's-
people listen to this?
So we do a
Is that
podcast.
what are we doing?
We do a podcast.
I thought I
and
was coming
people-
over for a dinner party.
No,
I don't-
no. The candles are for after the.
Okay.
Yeah. But we do
Stayed
a
late.
Post pod romance.
post-pod romance.
Okay.
We do a podcast where we talk about anything we want.
Yeah, I like.
It's kind of like a therapeutic session. You know,
Yeah.
if you have
Exactly.
Any bad feelings.
And we
you
wanted
get
to
them out.
invite you on, so we were welcoming the audience
the people who are listening.
back to the show. But then I wanted to welcome you because it's your first time
It is.
on the show.
Not my first time sitting across from you talking into microphones.
That's
though.
true. That's very true.
We've
but
done this.
but first,
We've done this dance in the past.
we've done this tango.
Yeah,
Takes two.
it does.
We were
either that or
last
you're
time.
just tangoing by yourself.
You and I were on a. Last time you and I were talking into mics. We were in a
It's
shed.
a garage. It's a.
What was
We
happening
were in a
there?
shed.
We were in a garage at my house.
We were definitely in a shed. It was a shed.
We've still this debate rages on.
There was a whole
if
debate.
you'd like to know what we're talking
Yeah.
about,
Go to www.
Is
I'm
it
in
a
a
shed?
go to our defunct podcast.
Yeah, we used to do a podcast where we talked about the crazy shit that was happening in the political landscape. And
I do remember you talking
yeah,
about
and
that, yeah.
and we would record it in Sean's shed in his backyard.
I will never concede. It is a garage.
Is it really hidden away? I'm
It's-
sorry. I'm scrolling through GoPro right now, and I'm trying to format my video.
For,
Format
oh,
my SD card.
Yeah, there it is.
This is also a podcast filled with tech people, so this is very intriguing to them.
Yeah,
See, we talk about video editing.
that's
We talk
cool.
about-
I'm the opposite.
That's great. We're gonna
I'm
round
the
out this
everyman
podcast.
in the podcast.
So we should hand the camera to Sean and have him try and figure out how to do
Yeah,
it.
we'll be here
nope.
for hours, guys.
We're almost there, everybody.
we get
YouTube
it?
listeners, you're about to jump in real quick.
Sean,
Are they gonna watch this live?
No. Oh, we're
We've
recording.
never done this angle before. Find out more on www.youtube.com/we-stayed-late.
This is a very cool angle. In fact, if we had a camera op, I would prefer that this is how the podcast was done. But
And we have a guest. Find out at westayedlate.com.
she's on the couch.
She was in a nuclear accident and her head turned into a pillow.
She's covering her face in the pillow. Anyway, Oh, you're gonna have to get around that.
Don't
That's
worry
gonna be
about- don't worry
crazy.
about me. Continue
So
the
Sean, I
introductions.
just we had a little discussion before the podcast, but I think it's imperative for our audience to understand the state that both you and I and Luis are in tonight. What time is it currently?
I don't know. I don't know where my phone went.
What time is it?
It's 9:08 p.m.
It's 9:08
It's
p.m.
9:08 p.m.
That's like an hour and a half after we usually record.
You
Which-
stayed late.
That's
I had
it, guys.
to do it.
Thanks
I
so
had-
much.
I had to do it,
Thanks
yeah.
so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much. We're done. The podcast
that's
is over.
it. Everybody go
Wrap it
home.
up. We both had days
Days.
we've had days within the day.
Yeah.
It's been a
been a
hell of a
day.
day.
It's
Do you
been
want-
a week.
It's been a month. Tell me. I just want to give us a sense of like what today has been like for you.
I would say, if I had to describe it in 3 words.
Okay.
Long, trafficky, sweaty.
Those are my least 3 favorite words.
Nailed it.
That's true. After a long road trip, my back always sweats. Like, it's disgusting.
Oh yeah,
You
the
ever have
whole like
the whole
like
back?
lower back to like under groin region.
Oh, yeah.
Like the cheeks and
You ever
in
get this?
between and all that stuff's just
You need to
bad.
get some of this breathable underwear that I got. Ooh, it's a magic.
Is it magic?
Are you talking about just not wearing pants? 'Cause that's my favorite kind of underwear.
It's called. What's it called?
Are you doing is this a plug? Are you guys
No, this is
sponsored
not a
by
plug. No, we're not
Luis's
spo-
underwear?
Nope.
This
Sponsored
podcast
by-
brought to you by Luis's
Luis's
underwear.
underwear.
This podcast is brought to you by Ex Officio, which I got at REI. I went camping one time. My brother's like, "You need to get this underwear because cotton-based underwear will stink." You get this underwear, and it breathes, so you can sweat all day.
Underwear with lungs, baby. This podcast brought to you by Luis's groin.
It's got
Underwear with
lungs.
lungs.
I didn't even
And if you
realize
love
you
it
guys.
more, it gets a little hard. What's that? I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Interrupt me all you
please,
want. This
I'm
is all
sorry.
stupid.
This-
It's
no.
you guys are just gonna be so much stupid stuff coming out of my mouth. I'm just happy to be here to to be able to spew this.
This is why we brought you here, because I have more fun having conversations with you than I think most people on the planet.
It's true. He told
It's
me
true.
that.
I did.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
That warms
And
my
that's
heart.
that's truthful.
He's like, I'm so glad that he's here because you were at the wedding, and he's like, I'm so glad he's here at the wedding because he gets my non sequitur jokes.
Yeah.
like we just
Like,
Even
just
when I
not-
don't get them, I just nod and smile because I get it.
Yeah, but you write it with confidence. You know?
Yeah,
That's what he
yeah.
wants,
No, you have to.
So Sean, I want to show you something I saw today. It's sort of sad. Are you okay with that?
Oh no!
Well,
Are you gonna show him that?
yeah,
thing?
I think so.
Okay.
I just want to get his
can I
reaction.
This will
just
make-
stop before you? Is it not like a dead animal?
No, it's not a
no,
dead
no, no,
animal.
no, no.
Okay.
No.
Is it a dead person?
No,
That bothers
no,
me
it's
less.
not.
If that.
No. And I just want to make it clear that this is actually like this is a legitimate thing that happened to me, and I don't want it to come off like I'm making fun of anybody.
No.
But this is a legitimate thing that happened to me today, and I want to share the
Are you
experience
about to make
with
fun
you.
of somebody? Because I always feel like that's the thing that the racist guy says before he's like, no, I'm gonna say something.
No. It's a legitimate thing that happened to me. So I was on the subway today because I've been
Okay.
taking the subway and to work, and I
Did you
saw
run
this
into
guy
a
come
Subway
on.
monster?
No, not yet.
There are a lot of
still
them
waiting
down
on
there.
those. Cloverfield style. Anyway, I was on the subway and I was sitting in this chair, and there's a lot of empty chairs. And so this guy comes walking through the aisle, and it's very apparent because he was like sort of bigger, and he had like a presence.
Okay.
And so he was coming down the aisle, and he sat down, and I wasn't really paying attention. I was listening to a podcast and hanging out, and then I look back over, and it looks like one of his legs is missing, and I'm about to show you a photo.
took a
Looks
picture
like
of this
one of his
human?
legs. Yeah,
He
looks
did.
like one
It's
of
a
his,
live photo, so if you touch it, it'll move.
yeah, but we shouldn't do that right now. Okay, so it looks like one of his legs was missing, and I was like, that's weird because I just saw this dude walk.
Have you seen this?
Did he just have like a pop-off prosthetic situation?
So that's what I thought.
or
right?
was there
I was
like a fold-up peg leg
I
on
was
a
like,
hinge?
and you can describe. It looks like his leg is missing.
It looks
right?
like
I thought
a-
he folded it in.
it looks like the tip of a big finger.
Yeah. So it looks like his leg was removed, and maybe he had a prosthesis that he removed or something. And then I moved my head.
Don't ever move your head.
Don't ever move your head.
Oh God.
You see what's happening?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude.
This made me very.
That is the biggest sack of nuts I've ever seen. Oh my God! Okay, put it down. I can't look at that anymore.
It made me very.
That's like staring
grateful.
into the sun.
Yeah.
Which doctors do not recommend, by the way.
So obviously there's something like he has some sort of thing that happened like that's wrong, but it was just the blatant, just the boldness of it.
I mean, he has.
No, that dude
It's
knows
just
what he's
shocking.
doing.
Exactly.
He's going out in public and he is showing those things off. It's like that episode of South Park where Randy's got his
Yes.
balls in a wheelbarrow.
And they're bouncing around.
Yeah.
The shock.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
it was like the utter shock of me just like moving my head and seeing it, and the experience of like my brain just not comprehending.
This is why you don't look at people on the subway. You
It's-
just don't do it. It's an unspoken. Don't.
It's
Why?
a live photo.
Yeah.
You can
So-
see it
I'm
in
so
action.
happy where your finger was because it was covering that perfectly. So
Good.
yeah.
Anyway, we discovered that is a thing, and do you know how that? So for the viewers at home, there was a what looks like his leg, but then you pan the photo
wearing
over a little bit.
shorts.
He's wearing shorts.
Yeah.
You pan the photo
It's
over
hard
a
to
little
tell
bit.
because they're camo shorts, so his
They blend
whole
in.
center section
Yes.
is basically not there.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
That's how camo
It just
works.
looks like legs and a torso and some other object floating in space
And,
freely.
But then you pan over and you see that it's not his leg. In fact, it is
No,
a.
it's not. It's a part of his
a-
between legs.
Yes, it is a. Hannah's just shaking her head vehemently.
I think it's a tumor. I don't think
It's
actual-
so.
Not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
It's so what we discovered is that obviously there's a thing called elephantitis, or some pronunciation of that. I think that's it, the word is actually slightly different than I thought it was going to be spelled.
It's
like,
elephantitis.
oh, okay.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I don't know if that's true. His eyes are very wide. You're lying on a podcast. So apparently that's a thing that can happen when you get that when you get elephantitis or the equivalent, and I thought it was something that was passed down genetically or happened to you like from some sort of
Like a
cancer.
family heirloom.
Very different from our family.
Here's
family
my
jewels.
hat from World War II and my giant nuts. I use those there as well.
So it turns out you can get it from a parasitic worm
Cool, great.
that's given to you by a
You ever
mosquito.
seen a sack full of worms?
So it's given
Come
to
on
you,
the subway.
given to you by a mosquito.
This is
How terrifying is
dude,
that? That could happen to anybody.
Which is also so not cool because I've gotten bit in the past
Yeah.
month by like 40 mosquitoes.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And
is there's
it's sort of
now I'm gonna be like every morning
Yeah.
like waking up in fear.
checking.
I should really
But
go to
there's
the
medicine
doctor.
for
But
it.
there's medicine
There's-
for it. So the sad thing is like it's probably just that he can't, and I don't know, but it might be that he just can't afford the medicine, which is
Well, that okay.
which is a whole
Yes.
yeah.
Now it's getting
I've got a
sadder.
few theories. That wouldn't surprise me because our medical industries
Is
are just
bullshit. Yeah.
they're worse to look at than what's happening in that picture. But I don't know. That could be like the thing he's into. Maybe he just likes to
Absolutely
share
not.
that.
Absolutely. You think so?
Would you go out in public in shorts and let that thing swing around in the
mean,
wind
it's-
if you weren't aware of it?
It must have been an issue.
It
from
wasn't
day
even
one.
wrapped,
He's just
like-
like, this is my life now. There's no way around it. I'm not wearing pants. Like, I've tried that
But
3
he
months
could
ago.
have wrapped it with something,
He's-
like
listen,
put a sock around it,
I think that
or
would've-
like a ski mask or
a
something.
ski mask?
I don't know. It was big enough to fill a ski mask. I would say
That's-
that,
You're very correct.
It was like
or
the
a
size of-
beanie. I
yeah.
guess
A
some
beanie
sort
would
of
be
a
nice.
stretchy headwear. That thing needed to be covered though. That's my only.
So that's the thing. It's like, look, I get it.
That's offensive to I think everyone.
I think it.
I'm
just
not
should've
trying to
been-
body shame anybody.
No,
but
no, not at all.
If I went on the subway and just let my nuts hang out, people would be bummed. Somebody would have something to say about it, me included. Why am I doing this? What is going through
well,
my
just
mind
turn
right
this
now?
into. We should be grateful for what we have. You know,
Yes,
it
and
makes
that's
you feel
what that's
like-
Tiny
and
nuts.
So I showed Louise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grateful for her
Grateful
tiny
my-
balls.
And I'd be able to wear my ex officio underwear if I couldn't. You know what I mean?
Brought
Bringing
to
it
you
back.
by ex officio
Louise and I had this-
non-stinky undies.
realization today.
breathable-
We're
Go
like,
to
normal.
REI.
Man.
Just listen to your brother.
Yes.
our lives are not that bad because like we could be dealing with that every day, which is objectively like he probably should have been covering that up just for
I will once again revert back to the fact that I am not trying to body shame anyone. But if you are, and there's no way he's not aware that that's
No,
going
yeah.
on, because I'm very familiar with what's happening between my legs, because I pay close attention to it at all times, make sure it's not making mistakes and things. But wrap it with, I don't know, find like a sports wrap, or I don't know,
Right.
wrap it and put it like some newspaper
that's
around
what
it, or
makes it
bubble
so-
wrap, or just cover it in something.
So you can't see it in the photo, but there was like a 12-year-old girl sitting right in front of
See,
him.
now I'm
And
having,
I was
I've
like,
got a lot
"Ooh,
more
that's
issues here.
weird. That's just weird. I mean, she was like completely oblivious. She was like,
Okay, here,
but,
here.
like
Put
still.
yourself in the place of you're on the metro.
Yeah.
Man, I had a great day with my kid today in Chinatown. We had
Yeah.
such a fun day. Oh my God, my child. What are they seeing?
Yeah.
What do you do in that situation?
I think you just
Sir,
ignore it.
there are children here. Could you maybe do a little scoop?
I mean, I think if the kid says what's going on, I think at some other point you tell him the truth. You tell him, listen,
Yeah,
elephantitis. It
That's a
happens.
thing.
You should
I
be
guess,
lucky.
yeah.
So
kid.
apparently, when I was in, so I would travel.
Keep your citronella candles close, kids.
Ooh, yeah.
Our family would travel to Mexico to go on vacation, and I would go there to play soccer, and like we went to Mexico quite often, and a lot of the beaches there are like you can be topless and there's no problem, both male and female. And so apparently, when I was a child, I was on the beach, and there was this woman, and she started freaking out because she saw a crab or some sort of like thing that was moving. And I was a child, and I love bugs. I was like a big fan of bugs as a kid. Big fan of bugs, big fan of snakes. Big snake fan, big bug fan. And so I was a big
Spencer would do great in an Indiana Jones film. He'd be right at home.
big critter fan. And so when she started screaming and was pointing to it, and I only know this story from the stories about it that I've heard because I was too young. I was probably like 8 or 9, maybe a little older than that, maybe like 11. But anyway, I don't remember it. But apparently she was like screaming and got up and was like, what's happening? And I was like, what's going on? And I like ran over and was talking to her and was looking for whatever she was looking for. I don't know what it was. Apparently she was not wearing a top the whole time. And I was entirely oblivious to this as a child.
Yeah,
'Cause I didn't
as
know-
most
You
kids
had no
are.
idea.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was looking for the bugs.
Yeah. Well, also kids don't care.
Right.
Like it's before you become a judgmental turd. Like, it's like that pre-part of like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
part of life where everyone should stay.
Right.
Where you're just like you're not trashing everything and everyone all the time
We do
constantly
I
because
try to
you
revert
feel
back
bad
to
about
that
yourself.
stage.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But it was just weird because I was like, oh, that makes total sense that like as
Yeah.
a kid I just didn't even I wasn't fazed by it. I didn't think about it. I was just like, oh, there's a thing that I want to go see, having a conversation with this just other human being.
And the funny part is, because that's like the in-between phase.
Right.
Especially for a young boy, because if you took it back like 5 or 10 years, you would have been staring at them
Right.
from a food perspective. But then you get older,
Yeah.
and you stare at them from a different point of view.
Right. So it's just a weird. It was just
But
a
then
weird.
there's
situation.
the in-between where you're a kid and you just
But
want
I
to play
feel
with
like
bugs.
I feel like
and
that
stuff.
might have been the situation there, where it was. It seemed like most people were oblivious or ignoring, and you know, I had to figure out what was happening. Like my brain was like, what?
I need to know what the problem is.
Yeah.
Get out of my way, topless lady. I've got some inspecting to do of this beach.
I have some
Yeah,
digging.
can you
to
pick
do.
that rock up and make yourself useful?
Yeah, yeah.
What's happening here? No, don't run. What?
There are important things to do
Yeah.
here. Anyway, there was some. We've had some crazy adventures on the subway. You weren't here last time, Luis, but
Oh, yeah, no.
but Star and I had a whole conversation about like I've been taking the subway more often, and there's just been many things, many cultural things that I have learned.
So wait,
along the way,
you didn't make it? I left the last episode on a cliffhanger because as I got out of my car was when you got the text from Luis saying,
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
right.
gonna make it.
No, so he did make it, and the
did make
podcast
it at
ended
the
up being
end.
an hour and 40 minutes long because
Yeah,
he
yeah.
came and then we had a whole nother podcast.
We were,
Oh,
about to,
wow.
we were about to wrap it, and then I brought up Harry Potter, and then the
And then it all
discussion,
went downhill.
Took 20 more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, but
The Wizarding World. Yeah.
Oh, I'm into it now. I didn't. I don't know
wait,
if
have you
know.
read Harry Potter?
I don't know how to read.
Oh,
Spencer,
okay.
I've told you
Ooh.
numerous
Well-
times not to bring this
Well,
up.
luckily, Audible.com can help you with that. 20% off if you use the offer code. I don't know.
We don't have an Audible
Is it?
sponsorship.
No, I don't know. How do you spell that?
It's
We can't read, so we don't.
You
That's
guys
why we
can't
use
either?
Audible.
Yeah.
They read
Go,
to you.
Go
like,
to
like
twitter.com and take a picture of our offer code, and then that QRL code will take you to the website, and then from there that'll help you get.
We don't have an
Audible.
offer code. We aren't sponsored by Audible. I don't know where. I don't know.
And of Ex Officio and Audible have joined together to partnership on this podcast.
Wow.
That's it.
I,
That's it. We're done with this podcast. Thank
all
you very
right.
much,
Well,
ladies and
signing
gentlemen.
off. That was brilliant.
So Sean.
Yeah.
So you were you were traveling today, and you literally spent all day in the car,
The entire day on the freeway.
which is a goddamn
in
nightmare.
Like 106-degree heat with sort of an air conditioner.
What? Why would you ever choose to make that decision?
Oh God, that's a really good question. I don't know if I have a good answer for that. Long story short, picking up junk from my parents' house to get it off of their hands to sell at a yard sale. So I did a lot of driving to do that.
Well, that's very nice of you.
I mean, that's pretty good. So you're having your yard sale.
Yeah,
You're selling all of your stuff,
everything,
your whole house.
all of it,
I-
everything I
Are you
own.
selling the shed?
I don't want anything. Yeah, if you can pick that thing up, you can uproot it out of the LA ground. Go for it.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. So that is the reason that we started taking the subway was because we're literally sitting in traffic.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, I don't blame you.
what, an hour and a half every day?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
well,
once-
an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back.
Yeah, I mean, once you're hit the 405, I'm just stuck for 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Not moving, so then I just turn on my TV, and then I just watch an episode of something for
Yeah.
20 minutes. Because you're literally not moving anywhere, and it takes you forever just to, like, get on the ramp and move on. And I'm tired of, like, driving through the streets and fighting my way and taking left turns where I can't take left turns. And so it's this battle of, like, do I work really hard to get there just 10 minutes faster? Or do I just take the highway and then wait and sit there?
And I feel so
And now-
tired.
And you've exactly like
When I
I
get
get
home.
home.
It's
and-
exhausting.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
it's
how
like stressful on
exhausting it
so
is.
many different levels.
You were trying to get some energy. We found you on our stoop
Yeah, I
outside
was
of my
just
apartment.
stooping. I was stooping
You're
hard.
Hardcore
Or is it
stooping.
stooping tough?
Stupid tough. There it is. You were drinking. What were you drinking that ended up not being a
Some
good decision?
trash Starbucks drink in a can.
What did it taste like?
I don't normally drink coffee, and I just stopped at 7-Eleven, and I needed some caffeine. And if I had drank like a Rockstar or one of those like
Red Bulls.
man drinks, I probably would have dove through this window by now. I can't, I had too much energy. So I was like, I'll drink this like sugar coffee thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it just tasted like chemical trash.
yeah,
That's not fun.
It was not good. Also, it wasn't a carbonated beverage, and when I opened it, it hissed. You know, that like,
yeah.
that noise?
Yeah.
Which was troublesome. So from second one,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
you were
"Eh."
skeptical about that.
It probably had like botulism or something. My eye's probably gonna start popping out of my head
You're
in a
gonna get
second.
elephantitis.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to resort to just shorts and. I don't want to talk about that anymore, you guys. Like that's gonna haunt me.
Okay, well we have some questions we can answer. Martin asked us, "You've been granted the powers of King Midas. Your touch changes things into another material. What would you want your touch to turn stuff into?" So his Midas would turn it into gold.
Right.
Yeah.
You have the choice to turn it into any material.
Midas touch.
Yeah.
Isn't
You
that
change into
isn't
any-
that an auto
Yep.
parts place?
The Midas touch.
So like
That's not
that
the song.
seems like a terrible concept for a place that fixes your car. Like you bring it in and they just start like touching
Turn it
stuff.
into
Everything's
gold.
gold and then,
Yeah.
like the whole thing melts because gold is too soft.
Right.
You get there and
It's
your
so-
car's just like this puddle of gold and they're like, sorry, we tried, but it's gonna be $487.36.
What's
though.
gold worth right now? Yeah, that's all your cars.
There's a cash for gold place down the street too if you want to scrape this pile off the floor. But you're not gonna be able to drive it anywhere.
I had no idea how soft gold was.
It's very soft.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
I
malleable.
remember when I got my class ring, they were like, "Oh, you can get white gold," and then I got it, and it easily scraped. And
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, this is a fucking."
And you
bummer.
can't, especially with like rings too. If you squeeze something too hard, it'll like flatten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why?
As a kid, you think you think
gold
gold
is
it's
amazing.
Like,
Gold. Yeah. Well, we put such high value on it.
yeah.
And
And
then-
then it's like, oh, you can't break it.
I guess things like hard chewing gum.
We were looking at.
Very expensive though. Hard chewing gum is much easier to find. It's on the bottoms of a lot of
Of
surfaces.
a lot of.
Yeah, you can
So
just scrape it right off.
It's on the bottom of everything. Bottom
Bonus,
of purses.
you also feel like a miner.
Yeah.
Not a person that's under 18,
Oh,
but
yes, I was
like a prospector, pickaxe,
yes,
weird
yes,
hat,
yes, yes.
long beard.
spitting at it.
Yeah, talks with a whistle.
Yeah.
We just discovered. So we were trying to put together. We have it's Shark Week.
Did we? I don't think we at all answered
Oh, no,
Martin's
we're gonna go back
question.
to
We'll get to there.
We'll get
Great.
it, we'll get
back
there.
That's one thing I'm gonna interrupt you again because I love the non sequiturs. That's why I think I enjoy listening to your guys' podcast so much because it's just like my brain. It's like, okay, I wake up. I should probably eat breakfast, and before I can even think about eating breakfast, I'm somehow like on the other side of this city,
Yep.
doing a thing that I had never planned
Planned
on or
on.
had any intentions of doing, and I'm like, what did I not do? Oh yeah, I should have eaten breakfast 7 hours ago.
Yeah.
Why am I in such a bad mood? Because my brain is all fucking over the place. So yeah. But back to you guys.
We were looking at. So it's Shark Week this week, which is very exciting
All
for those who
hail
like
Jaws.
Shark Week. So Luis brought in this. What is it? It's a balloon.
Yeah, it's like you fill it up with helium, and then you can navigate it with a control, and it just flies around.
It's
the
a
Those
sharks.
remote control sharks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Those
Yeah.
things are dope.
Yeah.
So he got one of those.
I actually bought it last year.
Oh, okay.
You've been sitting on that for a year.
Well,
You
I was
didn't
like,
play with it?
I'm gonna wait till next Shark
That
Week
is
to
some
play with this.
serious patience
Yeah,
on your
yeah.
part.
So
Wow, you were playing the long game with this balloon.
and we are midweek through Shark Week, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna bring it in.
Yeah. It's waited all year.
Picture you last year,
Yeah.
last day of Shark Week. You're like, oh my god, gonna have to wait 365 days. Duh! And you go home and put it on a little shelf and
Yeah.
kind of stare at it every day for about 3 minutes.
It's almost time.
Soon,
Yeah.
count down the days. You've got a calendar with X's every
yeah.
day.
So he shows up with it, and
Yeah.
it's really cool, but it's
still in the
not
box.
full of helium, right? It's empty. Because
As balloons are when you purchase
before
them.
before you
Yeah.
get it blown up. And so we were looking up how much it would be to get helium to fill it.
Yeah, I thought we'd go to Trader Joe's and get it filled up.
Yeah.
Oh, they do not have helium
No,
at
they
Trader
don't.
Joe's.
Not anymore. They used to do balloons. Apparently don't do balloons anymore. I was like, why don't they do balloons? I looked it
they
up.
did,
They did used to
didn't
do
they?
balloons.
They would give 'em away to kids.
Exactly. So I was looking this up. I was trying to figure it out, and what I discovered.
May
and I've
shock
heard
you.
about, and I've heard about this. I've heard that it happened, but I didn't realize. So you know how? Did you ever, as a kid, did you guys ever get like the little like gallon tank of helium with like the balloons for like a party? Like you
I
just
know what
get
you're
the little
talking about.
red,
There's a
little
name.
red tank.
That little red tank has a specific name.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh.
But it does. It has like a name. You buy it in a box, and it's like a
Yeah.
little fancy red helium tank. There's like a very specific name for it, though.
Is
It's
it
like a
fun-
silly,
it's like
fun
a
party
quirky
name. Yeah.
It's like the
Balloon time.
Balloon time.
That's
That
what
is
it
not
is.
what-
Yeah,
It is.
It's,
really
actually
balloon
called
time?
balloon time.
It's
There's like a
called
little logo
balloon
and
time.
everything. See?
That's amazing.
So I was looking on Amazon.
We're trying to get a balloon time, right?
We're trying to get balloon time. So looking on Amazon to try and buy this thing. When I got them when I was a kid, they were not that expensive. They were like $15 for one of these things, $20 maybe.
I would question the validity of that quote
Why is that?
because kids don't know what anything is.
No, but
They
I
don't know
remember-
what's
but I
going on at
remember
all.
bu-
They're like, oh, I got a thing. Cool.
But I
How
remember
much is
I-
this? What does that mean?
I wanted to buy helium as a teenager,
Okay.
and I went and
That
bought
makes
it.
more sense. All right.
God
God knows what Spencer was doing with helium as a teenager. Some mad scientist experiment.
Yes, exactly. But I remember buying it, and it was fairly cheaper. And I just looked on Amazon. It was like $50 for that tank.
Okay.
Because apparently the price of helium has just skyrocketed.
Inflation, my man.
That's why Trader Joe's has stopped doing helium, doing balloons, because apparently helium is like super rare. Apparently it's very rare.
Very
and they're
rare
running out of
element?
it
Really?
quickly. Yeah. Like
Can't we just make more helium?
I don't know.
See, this is the problem growing up,
Yeah.
in the 90s. You think you can just get anything at any time.
Yeah, just
Helium
make
shortage.
Just make it. Give it to me.
Yeah, February 7th, 2018. Helium supply tightening again. You know what this website's called?
Helium.com.
Nah, better than that. Gas World.
Oh.
Gas World.
Is there an article about...
How did we not see that coming?
You should have seen that coming. That was a really obvious. I'm disappointed. Yeah, helium supplies are tightening. March 19th, 2018. Helium shortage looms.
Man, the things you
June
never
26th.
think you'll hear in your entire life.
Addressing the helium shortage.
Wow.
The dire helium shortage, vastly inflated from Wired. So apparently Wired doesn't believe it.
Wired.com?
Wired.com does not believe in the helium
So
shortage.
they think that the helium shortage is
Is a
fake
hoax.
news.
I'd love to see that reporting room of some guy at Gas World just like, I'm going to crack this case. Like, no one believes me. Wired.com doesn't
Just in a
believe me.
brown suit
Yeah. Yes.
from like the
Washington Post.
70s. It's
Yeah.
got that huge collar.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
It's all made out of wool. He's just covered in
The
sweat.
place smells like smoke and
Yeah, yeah,
cigarettes,
yeah.
His
Absolutely.
voice is really high from doing.
I'm gonna crack this case. Yeah. Just
There are like desks that people used to work there, but now they've been like let go.
Yeah, all of
Yeah.
the furniture is levitating.
Yeah. The world is running
is a-
dangerously low
it's
on
a
helium.
weird
from the
place to
Washington
work.
Post. Anyway, it is a real thing that is there's also just found this apparently according to phys.org.
Okay.
The article "The World is Running Out of Helium," the Nobel Prize winner article on it. There's no chemical way of manufacturing helium, and the supplies we have originated in the very slow radioactive alpha decay that occurs in rocks. It costs around 10,000 times more to extract helium from air than it does from rocks and natural gas reserves. Helium is the second lightest element in the universe.
What's the first?
Believe it is what's the lightest? What is it called? I remember learning about this. What is it?
I don't want helium to go away.
It's hydrogen, because hydrogen is
Number one.
Number one.
Why can't we just fill balloons with hydrogen?
Because
'Cause
they'll
it's flammable.
blow the fuck up. Sean's looking at us conspiratorially.
Oh, yeah, let's just fill
think-
them all with hydrogen, guys. It's
I
gonna be
think- I
fine.
think they've tried that.
You want to suck my hydrogen vape?
Jesus. Yeah. So anyway,
Something about a
so
large
here's
balloon exploding in history.
yeah, something about that. I don't.
Zeppy,
it's fine.
Zepper,
Led Zeppelin.
Zepper,
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, that band.
Yeah.
Yeah, too much hydrogen.
I got
Complete flop.
But okay, so that brings me back to this original question: if you could touch anything and make it a material, what would you make it?
Yes.
I would make
Oh,
it
so you would
hydrogen.
do
Or not hydrogen.
hydrogen? Yes. you-
Helium.
Yeah. Now, yeah. Spencer gets it. Make everything hydrogen.
Did you
No.
know that going into this?
No.
Okay. Because it would have been...
Did you just research an answer out of your brain?
Yeah.
Man, that was impressive. You didn't know what you wanted to do,
No,
and then you
we got
through
there.
the process of non sequiturs.
Yes.
See, this is
We
why
found
this is
it.
perfect.
I would make it all into helium, and then we would have
How
plenty
would
of
you
helium.
contain that though? So if say you walked up to
Yeah,
Luis
yeah.
and you touched him and he just went, like, would you have to put a balloon around Luis
Yeah.
first?
So it'd be a it'd
Please
be,
go
Luis,
into
get
this
in this
container.
balloon.
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
So
Don't
so
worry about it. I'm just gonna
would
touch
be-
you and you're
You
gonna turn to
get
gas.
this little hole and just poke you.
It would be a process, right? So there. Here's the thing about the Midas touch. Okay, so there's like some things you really
Break
have
it
to
down
think
for us,
about.
brother.
Some things you really have to think about when
the
this is
thing
happening.
about the Midas touch.
So anything you touch turns to that material,
Yes.
right? So how do you wear shoes?
You
I
need
don't
like
know, I think you're
special.
just-
You need special gloves.
well,
that can-
especially if you're turning things into helium, because you're basically just naked floating around.
That's
At that
that's what I'm
point.
saying.
Like, does the Earth immediately become helium? Have you
So-
completely destroyed the fabric of time?
No,
and
no. So I
space?
think I need a friend. I think I need a friend because here's what I think we would do. If everything I touched turned to helium, we'd have a way to approach this. The way we'd approach this is that you would have to create. You'd have to. Well, actually, I don't know how you'd wear shoes, but if you wanted to if you wanted to be in a bubble, right? Like you would have to figure out how to constantly be wrapped continually because is it I don't think the Midas touch works I don't think it works like through materials, right?
Let's say that you can only do it with your hands. There's a rule will apply. The
Right,
rest
it
of
has
your
to be with
body
your
is
hands.
inert.
I'm trying to approach this
Your
from like
fingers
anything,
are
though.
the Midas touch.
So if I touch something, if it was gold, it'd be easier because if I touch gold and then that gold touched something, that thing that the gold touched wouldn't turn into gold.
No.
Right?
It's like this laptop. If you touch the laptop,
Laptop would turn to gold,
But not the table.
wouldn't.
Unless you rested your hand
but
on the
helium
table in the
becomes
process.
different because
Right.
you're going to go through the laptop,
Exactly.
then through the table.
So that's why helium
and then-
becomes a bigger challenge. So if you have the Midas touch traditional, we're talking traditional here.
Just
traditional, No, we're talking body, but we're talking traditional Midas touch where things turn to gold. You would
So
be
if
able
you
to,
bumped into something with your elbow,
it would turn into gold.
gold.
But what you could do is wear a suit made of gold.
Okay,
See
but
what I mean?
then
I
wouldn't
see
you
what you're
be
doing.
stuck?
Not if you heat
You'd
it
be
up.
like a statue man.
Not if you heat it up because it's malleable.
But then you'd be all burned.
It's the sacrifice you have to make to be able to move.
So in this scenario,
Yeah.
you are a scab man who's covered in burn scars, wearing a hot golden suit, just to be sure that you don't accidentally bump into your cat and turn it into a gold statue cat.
I think you nailed it.
This sounds like a horrific life.
So again, like that's the thing about the Midas touch. It's like they say
It ruins you.
They say it's not a good thing because
Yeah.
like, oh, you might touch. No, it is a living nightmare.
Yeah, it would be horrific.
There's no way in which the moment that the Midas touch,
Because everything you love becomes,
gold.
or whatever
material.
helium.
but like
I loved my girlfriend,
There-
and now she's a gaseous state in my apartment.
Yeah.
She's in a balloon. I guess I love the balloon.
Would you breathe her in for like one last
Oh,
time?
that seems real creepy.
yeah, that seems
But then
creepy.
she's gone forever. She at least should be a
You
part
just
of me.
suck her in.
I love you so much.
But like, there's a whole story about the Midas touch, and the whole thing is like, oh, he thought it was so great until he touched the thing he loved. Then does he touch his wife or something?
I
or
would
his
imagine
daughter?
he
What is it?
runs into everything.
I think
I
his
don't-
daughter, yeah.
Is it his daughter? He does something, and then the thing he loves turns into gold, and he's like,
becomes a big-
oh no, this
yeah.
is a bad thing. But like, no, there's a nightmare from the moment
nightmare
it happens.
scenario.
Yeah, from the moment it happens to you.
Well, depending on how it's filmed, I guess.
If
You
it's
could that could be a real dark story, or it could be
Yeah.
a zany romp.
Zany
if you put
but-
some like some fun '70s British music up to it.
Oh, that's
Yeah, some like Benny Hill type of
that's
stuff.
what it is, yeah. Benny
Yeah.
But if it is just your hands, that
Luis
makes it a
just
little.
collided with his own microphone.
And it's gold. That was my brain dying a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's gold.
But if it is just your hands, I think that makes it easier, right? Like that makes it a
Yeah,
little more
if,
manageable.
Yeah,
if
the
you're
hands.
limiting it to your hands.
So let's say that I would definitely go with helium just because that seems like a fun thing to be able to do. Like, oh, now you're floating. Like that seems like fun. Like I would be able to if so. For example, if I
you
wanted
have to
change,
say that though.
Oh,
every
now
time
you're
it-
floating.
now you're
Oh,
floating.
Now you're floating.
like if I want to turn
Ah,
Luis into
Spencer's
helium,
making stuff float again.
I would definitely wrap him in a balloon first. But then what I have to do is I have to have somebody hold open the valve of the balloon. I'd have to reach in and touch him,
Poke him.
and then quickly have that person tie up the balloon because it'd take a moment for that helium.
Would he
to
still be
form.
sentient as the helium, or would that just turn him into
No, because I
useless
think when
gas?
things turn
Yeah.
to gold, they become
just gold, right? You just
The
become whatever
composition
that thing is.
changes.
yeah.
So you're basically just walking around murdering
Killing
things.
people.
Yeah, I think
And
that that's.
for the sake of helium,
I think that that's a
as is
sacrifice we're all gonna
lacking
have to
resource.
make. I wonder if I get arrested.
I don't know. I mean,
You'd
I
have
feel
to
like
go-
if the cops tried to grab you, you just
Touch
helium. So
Yeah.
nobody would touch you. They'd all be
But
terrified.
the handcuffs would turn
Even
to
if like
helium too.
I guess they could shoot you unless you could grab the bullets. Like if you were really fast
Oh,
and you just
that'd
turn
be
the bullets into helium,
amazing.
just slap them out of the air.
You know, that's the thing is like that would be one of the upsides of having a whole body that turns things to helium. Is that I'd be running around naked and turning the
you'd
ground to
basically
helium.
be a god.
But when they
If
try
they
and
shot
shoot
you,
me,
then you would just keep going farther and farther down the earth.
See, but here's the issue. Yeah,
And then
in that
get
if your whole
crushed by
body,
the core.
you're touching the earth, so every grain of sand under you you'd just sink.
that is
As
that's
the
true.
earth below you became
That's true,
helium,
unless I do-
you would just sink into the core and explode.
Unless I developed some
There would
way.
just be a big hole in the earth. That used to be Spencer.
But
And there
I
would
don't
just
know.
be fire and like high pitched gas noises
That's
coming
true.
out.
But what if I developed something that could hold the helium that would like allow my feet to float because of the helium? Because the helium's lighter than
I feel like you've got yourself a screenplay, buddy.
I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah, this sounds like you're a
you
villain.
you
or
write this
something.
down.
Helium
Yeah.
man. Helium man.
It's like Mike Tyson with the voice. It's a terrifying, imposing person with this little squeaky voice.
That would be amazing. A dark movie about like this guy who just kills people with helium.
Yeah.
He just turns people to gas.
Because it's funny, but it's
He's
like
gas
no,
man.
you,
Because
You
actually
couldn't
see it.
help but
He-
laughing every time he opened his mouth.
Right.
So people wouldn't be afraid of him, but
Yeah.
then he would like murder
But
them out of
terri-
rage because they just
terrible
can't
things,
take
yeah.
that people are always laughing at him.
Because his voice is so high.
Yeah.
Because everything he touches turns to helium,
like
including
that.
inside his body, which means the air. No, I would suffocate. I would die because air that touches my lungs.
See, I think that's why it has to come back to just being your hands, bud.
Yeah, it does.
Otherwise,
need to
you're
just be the
screwed.
hands. I think
Yeah.
it needs to just be the hands. Okay, well, I think
that's the rule.
I think that's the rule. Okay, well, in that
Have
case,
you this reminds me, have you seen Aladdin 3?
no.
Was that one of the straight to VHSs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, didn't catch any of those.
Nope.
buddy.
Oh yeah, Aladdin
didn't
meets
catch
his
those,
dad.
Buster.
Aladdin
Aladdin
meets his
dad?
papa. Oh yeah, he meets his dad, and
I'm assuming his dad is an actual street rat.
oh, his dad's
like
an
a real
asshole.
rat
Aladdin
person.
and the King of Thieves.
King of Thieves. So Aladdin meets
Is
his dad,
his
who
dad
is
the king of
Oh,
thieves?
he's definitely the king of thieves. And guess what he's trying to get?
What?
All of Aladdin's booty.
He's trying to get the
The
Midas
genie?
hand.
Oh, he's trying to get the Midas hand.
And so he's going all over, looking around town, saying, "I need the Midas hand. I need the Midas hand." And then he goes.
Does this involve him actually severing a man's hand?
No, so the hand is
that seems
actually
very un-Disney.
the hand is hidden in a temple, and the temple is hidden on a turtle.
So it's like
and
a
that turtle
glove.
is hidden. Yeah, it's like a glove.
Why is it on a turtle?
Because you can never.
I'm
Find
not
it.
gonna ask
It
that
doesn't
question.
matter. It's
Just
a whole plot.
scrub
That's
over that.
not-
I didn't
was gonna
ask
say,
that.
This is Aladdin 3.
I'm not even.
That's,
Yeah,
That's a
It's
little
straight to VHS. There's a reason for it.
But listen, Return of Jafar, pretty good. You know what I mean? After that, I was like,
Was that the second one?
"Oh, baby, yeah, it's a classic,
Okay, straight to VHS.
but great." Known
Okay.
as a cult classic of Return of
Robin
straight to
Williams
VHS.
did not come back though.
No, he didn't. But he did come back for episode 3. Episode 3 for number 3.
Oh, did he?
He-
Interesting.
yeah, for the King of Thieves, Robin Williams said, "I'm coming back because Return of Jafar was so great."
I'm gonna play
and
the
I
audio
missed
of
out.
this trailer
All right.
so we can hear what it sounds
Is that
like.
legal?
He missed. Yes.
We're gonna commentate on it.
Cool.
Is that loud enough?
Robin Williams.
Oh, he came
Some
back
Godfrey.
And the
Yeah.
King of Thieves. Aladdin and Jasmine's dreams are finally coming true.
They're
All
getting
right.
married.
But a band of notorious thieves.
That's the dad.
A long kept
Ah.
father's alive. Lead Aladdin into his greatest adventure ever.
Show me the way. Follow the trail of the 40 thieves.
What did they say?
Your father is trapped.
Oh.
That would be a problem.
Oh, they have a music scene.
Luis is
40
dancing.
Thieves.
Aladdin and the King of Thieves features 5 brand new songs,
I wouldn't
Only
expect
5?
anything less.
Aladdin, including the genie, brought to life again by the one and only Robin Williams.
He's back.
Wow, they have like a live action video of him doing it in the
That's
trailer.
fantastic.
And take part in the wedding of the century.
They're finally getting married. Finally getting married.
They're finally getting married.
Is that song? Oh wow.
Aladdin and the King of Thieves. The party starts August 13th.
1996.
Yeah. that
Wow.
was-
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's want to play. It wants to play the Return of Jafar. Nope.
I really got into Aladdin. I watched everything. I watched even the TV show.
I
Was it
do
TV
remember
show?
there was a TV show. Yeah. That's cool. I didn't know.
Anyway,
I
they
didn't know Robin Williams came back for one of them. I'll have to watch that. Big fan.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I would say Return of Jafar maybe is a little better than the King of Thieves. I think
For going deep cuts.
Yeah, I think Robin Williams was like, "Damn, everybody liked Return of Jafar. I made a fucking mistake." And then he was like, "I'm gonna do King of Thieves." But
Well, I think because there was a feud between he and Disney, and I think that's probably why he didn't come back.
Interesting.
Because it was some sort of a situation in which he had done the first one,
Yeah.
and there were rights to using his voice, and he had kind of
Yeah.
put up a deal with Disney saying you can use me this in this way and that
Specific
way,
way.
and they totally went against that, and they used him to advertise for a bunch of stuff against his wishes, and he was like, "What'd I say?" And then so that like a rift was created, and
Right.
I think that maybe was why
That's
he
what
went
happened.
back for a minute, and then maybe they obviously they resolved something because he came back for the
For
third
the
one.
third
Yeah.
one, yeah. Maybe they
But-
offered him a lot of money.
Yeah, because I think they pulled some shady stuff where they were like trying to make a bunch of money by using his voice without
I'm
his
surprised how
right?
Disney.
I know. I know.
As a
I'm
kid,
not,
you
I don't
think
want
they're-
to trash Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan, but
No,
Yeah.
so am I.
I mean, it is.
But
a
we can
major
level
corporation.
criticisms that are
Absolutely. I mean, you have to be able to hurl some criticisms
Yeah,
at the thing
yeah.
you love
Yeah.
from time to time.
There's a great picture of like Mickey, like Mickey's head on top of Thanos' body, and he's
Of
putting
course.
the different companies on his gauntlet. Where he's
my
got Disney,
God.
Star Wars, Marvel,
Marvel.
and then soon to be Fox.
Yeah.
and it's just like all these companies that he's just putting in his gauntlet. Just to, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why that. Where to go? Where does it go from there? He snaps them. Doesn't make sense.
Also, this has to have been brought up before about the whole snapping with a metal glove, right?
Yeah.
Can you?
Like, how do you snap a metal glove?
That's a
'Cause
MythBusters question.
Your fingers are malleable, and
Well, and the
that's-
sound.
if you took a metal thing and put it on a metal thing, and it would, you'd get like a squeak at best, I think,
Well,
or maybe like
the
a
sound. The
dink.
sound of the snap is coming from the finger hitting the
other
hand,
part of
not from
So
the
at
movement.
best you get
So
like
at best you get a
dunk,
ding.
or Has
Well,
that
maybe,
gotten
maybe the
brought
reality
up?
maybe the reality stone changes reality.
I
of how
guess
to
that's
snap.
true. If you could turn somebody into ribbons,
Or bubbles.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. But it does seem weird, right? That like it just seems like there could have been.
But
there could have
we're
been
also talking about a universe in which a giant purple man with a
Right.
wrinkle face comes from space to collect a bunch of rocks and put them in a metal glove to wipe out half of
To bring
existence.
balance. Instead of just,
just chilling,
Yeah.
just not being an asshole.
or get
Yeah.
more resources for everybody.
Yeah. Couldn't he have just snapped more resources
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
existence?
He could've,
Absolutely,
yes.
he
Like-
could have, and that's what makes him a villain.
Exactly. 'Cause he's a nut. He's a nut.
He's like, I have all this power now. Now I'm gonna do the thing that I originally set out to do, which is what I think is right, but is gonna destroy half of the universe.
Yeah.
When he could have just been like, oh, I'm gonna create more things for everybody, more space, more.
Make a couple more planets, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why not just make a planet, bro?
Like throw a
Make
kegger
some
for
planets,
everybody.
bro. Anyway, you guys didn't answer the Midas
No, we
touch
didn't.
question,
I
and
think
I'd
I'm
like
just-
to know.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to be boring.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm at
Be
a place
boring.
in my life
Is
where
it
I need
gold?
money. I'll just take cash.
Just cash, just straight up cash. Well, I think it has to be a material. It says
Cash is a
specifically
material.
Well, it
Listen,
would be
I'm
paid.
gonna-
Is it just a
I-
random assortment?
I'm
Like,
in a low
do you
place.
touch something and like change and random bills explode out of it? or-
$100 American.
What if you touched?
And I'm going to wear an American glove, $100 American glove. So if
Just
I can,
one.
What if you did
Like Michael Jackson?
Yeah, it'll be my left hand. It'll be
Yeah.
my left hand that
Okay.
turns things into dollar bills.
What if you touched stuff and it became the money that it was worth? Would that feel more fair?
So if I touch a car, then I'd get $40,000
Uh-huh.
pop up out of it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good because if I touch it and it just turns into $100, that's a waste.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It would pay off later.
That's interesting. What if I touch a person? Then you'd be like, oh, how much are you worth?
Yeah, nothing.
Whatever you make what your salary for the year.
Actually, you would have
That's
money.
how much you're worth.
You would have money detract from you because you.
No, because I
cost
feel like
money.
rich people are way worthless. Like if anything, you find like some poor ass creative type, and he would be worth a lot more, in my opinion, than some like scumbag old white guy
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
been
yeah.
like trading stocks and like hoping for the downfall of all colored people.
Sure.
Like,
Yes.
because you know this
Yep.
country is full of them.
Yep. I think.
And
we
if
would
that
just,
offended you, good.
I think that I think they would just turn into nothing. I don't think we inherently have a money value to us.
Yeah.
Well, that all depends on your perspective of, and your
Money.
outlook on life, and what is value, what is worth.
So whoever owns that Midas touch, that they
I
influence.
think yeah, it's what
Oh,
you
maybe
perceive
it's how-
something to be worth.
So that means if you could change your mindset about how much things are worth, you could get a lot more money out of shit.
So if someone could technically brainwash me
yeah.
and then brainwash me to think that this person is worth millions of dollars,
Then they could get millions
then
of
you
dollars.
then I
assassinate
touch them.
But on
yeah,
a
I
less
assassinate them.
but on a less like conspiratorial level, if you just were to focus on this table being worth millions of dollars, then in this example, you could turn the table into millions of
Yeah,
dollars.
but
And that's sort of-
subconsciously, I would know that this table
That's
is not
true.
worth- I would have to be incepted.
That would also be really annoying because all of our gear would fall on the ground and there would just be like a pile of like broken mics and money.
That's true. Although
That's why you
it'd
wear
be-
the glove. That's
it'd
why you
be-
wear the money glove.
It'd be worse if it
Oh,
turned to
to
helium.
protect.
To be
Because
fair.
he said about wearing a gold suit or gold bodysuit.
Yeah.
That whole scenario, I'm not.
But if I'm
No,
wearing,
I'm not a big fan
I'm
of
wearing
it.
I
a
don't
glove,
like that.
dollar.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dollar bill glove?
Yeah, there you go.
Dollar bill glove.
Dollar bill glove.
It'd be better if this turned to money than helium, though.
Yeah, that'd be great.
This
I can
table.
buy everyone dinner.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
You
So
gonna buy us dinner?
If I had a Midas
Ah, damn it.
dollar glove hand.
That specifically applies to
Yeah.
that scenario.
yeah, Sean, what would you change materials into?
Puppies,
Consistently.
dude. Puppies.
Puppies.
Everything would be puppies. Everything I touched, puppy explosion. And I want like depending on like for each pound that object weighs, you get 3 puppies for each pound.
Holy crap.
So like if you ran up to
No,
a
that's
tank and
too
touched it, it would
many.
just be like 5,000 puppies, and then you just like lay down and giggle. That yeah.
Just
That's a lot of.
Just go to war. Nope. Puppies. 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 Puppies.
But
Okay,
here,
so-
here,
yeah, yeah,
here
okay, go ahead.
I've got a
Yeah, yeah.
have got a
Caveat.
caveat to that. So the puppies last for 30 seconds. So that the planet isn't just
I was gonna say,
covered
that was my,
in
yeah,
puppies that are
worry.
like starving and it becomes a Sarah McLachlan commercial where, you know, in the arms of the
What
angels.
happens to the puppies' bodies?
They just
Okay, that's
They go-
they
that-
turn into helium and then Spencer can come and collect.
I'm okay with
the
that.
perfect scenario.
As long as they're just not bodies of like puppies.
As long as they don't die.
Oh, it's just
that'd
a
be so
murder land,
sad.
like just wastelands of dead dogs everywhere. I'm not a monster, Luis.
The year's 2045. There are dead puppies everywhere.
Mountains of puppies litter the earth. Only the strong survive. Yeah, no. I'm not talking about a nightmarish wasteland. Like, but I also don't. I don't think they like Thanos Ash because that just seems like sad.
They'd have to.
Where they
you
like
can't-
look at you and they feel it and they're
Yeah.
Be like a cute puppy. Like,
and then yeah, no. I think it's more like a like kids popping bubbles. Like
yeah,
like it
that's
just
fun.
like no more puppy, but oh no, the kids are sad. Run over there and touch that tree. Oh, puppies are everywhere again.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You could be like, you know, just surrounded by puppies.
I
almost
think
like
that's
a
the
vet.
move too.
Yeah.
You just puppies, puppies. Yeah, just
And then you just
run up to Trump Tower. 4 billion puppies. Done. Yeah, just like a giant puppy avalanche.
like a little, there you
but
go.
none of them are hurt
No. They'd
They
have
got
to.
a big
because they're
grin.
all so soft. They
Yeah,
just
they
kind of. Yeah.
On
30
that
seconds later, no more puppies.
on that same note, Kush asked us what are
You're
your
welcome, Martin. We finally got
welcome,
it.
Martin.
You're welcome. How much time
Hope
is it?
that was worth an hour and a half of conjecture and nonsense.
What are your favorite non-pet animals? Mine is elephants. Is
Humans.
What Kush says. Humans.
Yep.
You like humans the most.
Yep, keep a bunch in a cage under my house.
Oh my god.
I said non-pet human, non-pet animals.
Not pet humans.
Non-pet animals. Things that you don't keep as a pet,
But I want.
but you like.
Oh, I totally see where you're coming from with this. Yep.
Humans.
So humans?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Humans are monsters and I hate them.
I was gonna say.
I
think
stand
that
by
we,
that.
I think that we share
Humans are-
a mutual agreement that humans are pretty.
Yes, I legitimately believe that human beings are the worst things that have happened to anything since everything.
What
You can quote me on that.
What about babies?
Babies, yeah, I mean, whatever.
Wh-
They're
what
like little piles of useless mush.
What about
They're
about
adorable. They're
What about fetuses?
ugh. It's like a sack of cells. May as well be hanging out in some guy's shorts on the subway. Call back. That's it, guys. I'm leaving.
We're done.
Leaving on a high note.
I loved cheetahs as a kid.
This is a cool question. I like this
Yeah,
question.
it's
Yeah.
a good question.
I liked
Who
cheetahs
asked
as a
this?
kid. His name is
Kush.
Kush.
Kush?
Yeah.
Oh, this dude's so high right now. Like, he's gonna listen to this and just be like, yeah. Like, but it doesn't matter what we say. Same reaction. Okay.
He said,
Yeah.
okay, 4:20. Gotta get the podcast ready and go.
Click.
I was
the
fascinated with
animal.
cheetahs as a kid. I don't know if that's
Cheetahs?
still true. I don't know if that's what I
But
like the
there's
best.
like weird parts of this country where people have cheetahs for pets. Like
That's true.
If you go to like
But I feel like that's the
Florida
case with,
or
like,
Vegas,
any-
there's gonna be some hillbilly
I
who's
feel like that's-
y'all want to see a cheater? Take you into some weird back room in his house, past his lab. God knows what he's cooking up. Don't touch anything. It's flammable. Yeah.
helium.
Helium.
No, it's
Yeah.
hydrogen.
Yeah, his whole house is full of hydrogen. Just balloons of it bobbing around precariously, floating over candles.
Oh my
It's
god.
got some cheetah in a cage the size of like a chinchilla habitat. And it's just like in there crying.
Did you know that cheetahs meow?
That's cool, dude. I don't know why
know
that's
that.
so cool to me, but that's really cool.
They meow
Like a creature that could literally tear your face off. Could you cue up some cheetah meows?
Yeah, hold on. I'll
Let's
pull
get a
them up.
supercut of cheetah meows.
It definitely exists.
You're gonna cut all this out. We're gonna cut straight to the cheetah meows, right?
Well, I'm gonna pull it up right now, and we're gonna listen to it. Here we go. Meowing cheetahs. You guys ready?
Yes.
I'm real ready.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I have to put this up.
Is this really happening? This isn't this isn't a fake thing. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, look it up if you don't believe me. Go look it up. The first video we type in cheetah meows on YouTube is this video.
Wow.
It's crazy. Like if you really put into perspective the fact that like a house cat is somehow technically a descendant of
I
things
mean,
like a
yes.
giant like tiger beast that could literally just pick you up and rip you in half like a Twinkie.
I have
Because the things meow like it's crazy. Like, I wouldn't ever think that one of those types of cats could make a little noise like that.
Yeah.
It's
They're huge.
It's always weird to go to the. It's kind of cool, but going to the zoo and seeing lions and tigers.
Yeah.
It's
and
cool to
like-
see them, but there's always that part of me that's like, this shouldn't be happening.
There was like a thing I saw on Reddit where this little kid was just like, oh, I'm a little kid, and I'm just like touching the floor, taking gum off the floor, and then a tiger, like was hunting it, but it was like there's a see-through glass, you know, so the tiger thought he could get the kid, so he got under the water and was slowly creeping and creeping and creeping, and then he jumps and hits the glass. And he just falls on the floor, and the kid is just oblivious to everything that's happened. But it's creepy to think that this like
that tiger would have done that.
Yeah.
It would have killed him. It
Yeah,
straight
no,
up
it's
just
just
would
a
have
creepy thing.
ripped him.
Had to be there. HTBT.
I've seen that video. It's terrifying. Pangolins? Do you guys know? Is it
Did
pangolin?
you just mispronounce penguin?
No, I know what he's looking at.
Yeah. Is it called pang?
They're little birds. They swim around the water.
No. A pangolin.
It looks like a
Major
like a
predators
sand,
are like seals
It looks like
and
a sand.
whales.
It looks like a sand
looks
slash.
like a sand slash or sand shrew.
A sand shrew. There you go.
They're
know what
like
sand
the
shrew is?
armored.
pointy birds, you guys. They're black and white. They have little beaks. They waddle around. The males stay with the eggs. Guys, penguins. They made a movie about them marching around. I'm pretty sure the guys
danced.
from... They danced?
Didn't they have
Happy
They
Feet.
dance numbers
Happy
too?
Feet. Oh.
Happy Feet.
Yeah, the guy from Shawshank Redemption was one of the voices or the narrator.
Holy shit, he was.
What's his name? He's got a very...
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. He's got a very pleasant voice.
Pangolins are like this. There's this bird.
Yes,
They're
there are
black
birds.
and white, and they have.
Yes, thank you. Okay. We
No, they're
went
like
way
an
off track
armadi-
with that.
They're like an armadillo. They're really cool. Those might be. Those are in the
I
running.
gotta come
for me.
around. I gotta see
Okay,
this
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like a. It's like this.
Oh, it's like an armadillo and a tank.
Yeah, it's like an armadillo in a tank.
Yeah, I want one of those.
Those are real cool, right?
Wait, is that a picture of two of them mating?
Maybe. No, I think it's a baby.
Nah, they're fucking.
No, Temminck's ground pangolin and baby.
Speaking of mating, did you know that sharks have 2 penises?
Yeah, they have 2 penises.
What does the other one do?
They both do the
Does
same
one
thing.
like wrap
It-
around it like a belt?
It can get them at any angle.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. Left,
Just
right.
firing off
Boom,
from
boom.
all. Just wherever you're at,
It's
Sharky's got you.
It looks okay. They look like if you put your 2 fingers out
God.
and you go like this.
There's a lot of suggestive things happening on the other side of
And,
this.
there's the shark body's like this, and they just sort of dangle down there below the body, and they float on by, and they're really weird and creepy, and they look like little tentacles
Yeah.
Like
And
little
then they
squid
grab
arms?
they grab
Yeah.
the they grab the women shark with their teeth.
with their
Arr!
teeth. They grab the shark.
Holy
And then they just go
shit.
like, "Are you on my left?
Yeah.
Left clasper. Are you
Yep.
on my right?
Right
Right clasper."
clasper.
They're called claspers.
The penises are called
Penises,
claspers.
so they can attack them either way.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
No, we talk about that in our Shark Week
We
episode.
do.
A lot of genitals going on in this podcast
Yeah.
today.
It's true.
More genitals
that's
than
the
usual,
title.
I think.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah, what
animals?
Animals. Favorite animals.
Well,
Ducks? Is
non-pet animals.
anyone-
Non-pet
do- do-
animals.
Dude,
yeah.
ducks are dope.
Ducks are super
I love
cool.
ducks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also,
ducks are pretty
there-
cool.
if you cannot look at a little fleet of baby ducks and not feel nothing but
Yes.
sheer joy and love, you do not have a soul.
Yeah,
Those things are the most adorable little quacky.
Little
You just
quacky
want to
things.
pick them up and
I
squeeze
feel
them.
like you would need to get them as a little duckling because I've heard that they can get pretty ferocious as an adult.
Yeah, but don't they also like they will? What's it called when they like?
They'll-
a
yeah, they'll
baby sees
imprint?
You, imprint. Yeah. So if you like have them as little guys, they will like.
They'll follow you around like
you're my buddy.
Yeah, like you're the mom.
I want to do that. I want to have a duck.
Yeah.
I feel like it wouldn't be very
Problem with
conducive
ducks though
here.
is that they shit all
Everywhere, yeah. That would be
Just
hard. They have to be
constantly
outside. Well, again, this
pooping.
is a non-pet.
That's what you always
so-
hear, like a ferret. People are like, "Oh, it's adorable," but I hear they smell.
They
a
kind of
lot.
stink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
But sort of like mice and hamsters and guinea pigs and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They probably stink
Little
about the
rodents.
same.
They're stinky little hairy things.
Yeah, but yeah, those are pretty cool.
Elephants would be very cool.
Yeah, that's what Kush said was elephants.
I've legitimately always wanted a pet raccoon.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I think that's totally possible. I think
People do.
people,
like,
like they feed them with little milk.
They're
like little,
so cool, man. Like they have those little hands.
Yeah.
They're like scary little bears.
Yeah.
Like have you ever gotten close up to a raccoon?
Oh yeah,
I've seen it passing by, and I'm like, oh, a raccoon. Like I feel like I'm like I'm
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon hunting. Like I finally
Dude,
see
they're
one.
so,
so
and they
cool.
always like stop and look at you.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's a
dude,
rarity,
it's
just
a trip,
like-
dude.
yeah.
Scariest experience I've ever had with raccoons was I was leaving my parents' house in college. It was 7:38. Dark outside though.
Yeah.
Walk out onto the porch, which is about 6 feet deep till you get to the stairs down into the yard. I open the door, turn around, close the door. When I turn around, there are 3 full-size raccoons less than 5 feet away from me that had climbed up onto the porch, like all kind of like just hunched over staring at me. And we all 4 of us just kind of stared at each other for a second. And I just reached back and slowly opened the door and backed into the house. Because those things will attack your ass
yeah.
if they feel threatened. And these were like full-grown, like on their haunches, 2 feet tall,
They're
just
pretty-
staring at me.
And I feel like they have big like their torsos.
Yeah,
are,
they're
round.
like-
yeah, they're big.
They're very imposing, especially when you're within 5 feet of them. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Every time I see it, I try to skimp away real quick.
They're pretty
because
cool.
They're very scary.
they're pretty cool. I do like. Yeah.
Would
I
it be
do
a
like-
situation where you would have to have them as a little
I
raccoon?
think if you
Little
get them
baby.
when they're little, then
That's
it's
the
that
trick.
same situation of like the imprinting. Like
Yeah, I think you still do
you're
run the risk,
something
like
that
you do
I
with
trust.
monkeys, of them like going
hurting
hurting you at some
I think,
point.
Like chimps, how they'll like bite your face off and
Yeah.
like tear off your genitals.
Oh my god.
Chimps
Yeah,
are
they will.
terrifying.
They're-
like they've been documented as doing that. Like they'll snap after a while, and like they'll go for they go for weak points. They
Yeah.
go for face. They'll literally bite your face off, and they've been known to tear people's genitals from their bodies.
I didn't know. that.
Horrifying.
That's
yeah,
terrible.
yeah, but I mean,
That's why you don't keep these animals.
I was gonna say,
they're not meant
yeah,
to
they're
be pets.
like
Yeah.
They're
they
not
aren't.
cat- no,
they,
no, you
they're
just don't do it.
they're almost as smart as people.
As much as you want to, but yeah, at the same time, think about the fact that like if somebody like me like kept you under my house in a cage, you'd go nuts after a while.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not that I do that,
and especially
but-
if you don't have more than one of them around, they're like completely alone,
Yeah.
which they're pack
Right.
animals. Tend to do well in social environments.
Yeah.
But like they're they're completely like they're different from
you
us. so-
disconnected them from their reality.
Yeah.
It's like those movies where like aliens come and take 2 people and put them in their alien zoo.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I hate everything about this, and if I ever get out of this cage, I'm stabbing somebody.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna kill
Yeah,
those
it
aliens.
makes
and they're
sense. Like,
"For
you just
what?
go
We've
nuts
given
after
you
a while."
everything you need.
We
We've
gave
given
you your habitat.
Yeah, this sucks, dude. I want to go like just hang out somewhere and not be in my habitat.
We've
Yeah.
given you computer.
Although I do like the man-sized hamster wheel. That's pretty cool. I enjoy the hell out of that. Because watching
Why has
Double
that
Dare
not
as a
been a-
kid, you've always wanted
Yes.
the man-sized
Yes.
hamster wheel.
Apparently, Double Dare's back.
It is. It's back,
Is
baby.
Mark Summers back? Because if he's not, deal breaker.
I don't know. Is he still alive?
Oh yeah, that dude. Because he did like Food Network stuff for a while.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he did like.
I feel like the Food Network
Alton
always
Brown type
circles
of
their
stuff.
hosts.
Yeah.
Like they are incestuous about their hosts at Food Network. Like I was like, I saw you in 3 other shows. What are you doing in this show? They're just like,
They get a talent and they can just. They
I know
just
it's
ru-
basically
they just-
almost like an ensemble.
Yep,
like
they
once you
ride that
become part
talent
of
till
Food
they're-
Network, it's like you get a show, you're gonna guest on his show, you're gonna guest on that show, you're gonna be on this show. Because why not? You're all in the same studio. They're like, oh, we're gonna think of a new content of a show. We'll just get this guy from that show to join in, and then we'll get those viewers from his show into this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine dining with Guy Fieri.
Yeah, and then you get that one guy with the glasses. From,
Alton Brown.
Is that the guy from
I think that's his
Iron
name.
Chef?
right? Alton Brown.
Alton Brown is the guy who did
Yeah.
Good Eats.
Yeah, right. Same
Yeah,
guy.
he's the best.
Yeah, that dude's great.
Yeah.
I love Good Eats.
But
Guys,
they're all
mo-
fun hosts. Like
They're
all
great.
of them.
No, they're great.
They're all like
hosts, yeah.
wacky dudes, and they all have their own little weird personality
Yeah,
quirks.
yeah.
Like, it makes sense that they recycle them. Like,
No, it's. I mean, they're
like
good.
this show's getting kind of stale, but people still like the person hosting. So
yeah.
like, throw them onto a new concept.
it's like a
makes perfect
crossover.
sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I figured it out.
What?
I figured out
What animal?
What animal?
What is it?
An octopus. Those things are fucking cool.
Yeah, they're super smart too.
Super smart. Can change color, camouflage.
Yeah.
I don't want it as a pet because it's way too smart. It's like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
chimp
yeah.
for me. It's like way too smart to ever
Yeah,
keep
it's
as a
just
pet.
cruel to do.
But I want to hang out with it. Like I would love to hang out with an octopus and just watch
Would
it
you
work.
like swim down there with them?
I don't know if I probably would. I would just like to observe, and I would like to go into nature and just watch an octopus work because I feel like it's so smart. It's like a
Yeah.
crow. Like crows are crazy too. Crows are crazy smart.
Yeah.
I feel like they have that. They have the. I don't know.
Would you be like go down? You'd like boat out into the ocean and then kind of sink down and find it? Is that what you mean, or would you keep it at your house in like a big tank
No, I don't
how
really
would you-
want
how
to
would
keep it in a
you-
tank.
I
I
think
think
he wants
it's
to visit
too
it in the
smart.
wild.
in the wild?
Yeah,
Right?
I
Like
think
scuba
so.
style.
Like,
I think so.
like,
I'd like to go to
Chris-
an area where they know.
Like
where they
Christina
know that-
Zanotto.
Yeah. Where they know where it is, and they like they know that okay, there's a bunch of octopus that live around here.
Yeah.
I'd like to go down and just camouflage into
Yeah.
the ocean floor and just watch
Our first episode of Shark Week on
Yeah.
Snapchat, which you can find
on Snapchat.
on Snapchat. There's a woman named Christina Zanotto, and she's basically like have domesticated these sharks and like treats them like pets, like dogs and cats. She'll call them over, it'll come over, it'll snuggle, it'll fall in her lap, and she can just like pretty much do whatever they want, and they all love her.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah,
She
situation I'm
brings it
thinking
and
of.
pets it.
I was actually watching one of those video guys.
Are my headphones on backwards? Hold on.
Yeah, switch it back around. I was watching one of those videos that you guys posted. Almost did it again. And that was like so wild watching those dudes down there like petting the sharks, and the
Yes.
sharks were so chill. And I thought that was so awesome because there's so much stigma around
Yes.
sharks. People view them as these like ferocious man-hunting beasts, but they're just animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anything else, when they get scared, they're gonna use the thing that they know how to do, which is bite you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and we talked about
Or
the
if
episode.
they're hungry and they think you're a seal or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
You're in
exactly.
their place.
You're in
Yeah.
their
Because I
their
guarantee
world.
you, if a shark popped up onto land, some dude would walk up and just stab it because
Oh.
that's
If it
Like-
walked into our house right now, we'd be like, "What the fuck? Get out of my house!"
exactly. So it's funny the way we perceive things, but
Yeah.
like they're scary, but they're just animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just doing their
Like,
thing,
and that's why I think it's so cool that you guys like they do stuff like Shark Week to like bring to attention. Like, it's so cool to watch a human being down there like cuddling with a shark and
Yeah.
like petting it, and the shark is like enjoying it legitimately. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is cool.
Oh, you feed me. You're cool. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It
like
knows
we're
it's like-
buddies. I don't need to take your arm off.
Yeah, and it knows it's like, oh, you're not what I eat. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It-
Yeah,
It's like
that's
the
what's
fine.
squirrels at the
fascinating.
park that run up to you
Yeah.
and they're like, "Bro, I know you have it. Just
Yeah.
give me the food."
Well, that's the thing that there are a couple really interesting things that we learned this year. I mean, we sort of knew them, but we experienced them firsthand. And one of them is just that like sharks, if they know that you're a human, they're not
They're typically disinterested.
they're not interested in you because you're not what they eat. Like you're
they-
not the
I
the
think there's
thing that
only
provides them food.
Several types of sharks that will actually eat people.
No, there aren't. There are no. As far as we've seen, there are no.
None at all. I thought
none.
I thought it was like the tiger shark or something.
So we
that
went
would
down.
Actually...
So we went down with tiger sharks, and they have no interest in eating people. They will bite
Yeah.
because they are aggressive and they're territorial. So that
So they'll bite to kill,
they'll
but they don't want to
they'll bite
actually...
to protect their space.
Yeah.
That's what they'll do, but they
Okay.
won't. But
I was
they'll
always under
bite
the
and let
impression
go.
that there were like
They'll
one or
bite
two
and let go.
species
Nope.
that would actually
And that's the impression that
consume
most
you.
people have. And no, there are no
That's
species, as
cool.
far as
That's
we
good to
know,
know.
that they consume. And the
Learning
other
stuff.
yeah, the other really important thing that
Shark
we
Week.
learned is
Yeah,
Shark Week.
exactly.
Is that actually there are two more things I want to talk about. The first one is that sharks, like you were talking about before, with their teeth, like they basically, and I've said this over and over, they use
Yeah.
their teeth like people use their hands. So
Yeah, it's a tool.
So
Like,
they don't have
hands. They don't have arms.
So when they're
Right.
investigating something, if there's something like
It's like
that's
how a dog
weird,
does most things with their
Yes.
face and their front paws.
Yeah.
Like,
So when they see something and they're like, "What is that?" They'll go over and like bite it and like move it just to see what it is.
yeah, like
But if
they're
you're
like
a-
inquisitive. They want
Right.
to understand what's happening in their
but,
surroundings.
But if you're a human and it bites you and moves you to figure out what you are, suddenly you've been attacked by a shark,
yeah,
right? And it's like,
when all they were doing is like, wonder what that thing is.
yeah, what is that?
But to
I'm
you,
gonna-
you're like, Mother of God!
but like it
Yeah,
hurts
it's like
and it's
the-
bad when
yeah.
you get
Yeah.
bit by a shark. Like it does. I'm
Well,
not gonna pretend
anytime
it's
your
not a
insides
good
are on
thing.
your outside,
Yeah.
it's bad. That's a general rule that I have.
But like
Yeah.
in the episode that we did with Christina, the first episode we did, like our host gets bit on the hand. He's wearing chainmail, so it doesn't pierce the chainmail. He's fine. But like he's feeding the shark, and the shark just overbites
Yeah.
and bites his hand, and thought it was a fish, and just
Yeah, no big deal.
no. But then
Didn't mean to. Accident.
Yeah,
And he lets go
Accidents
right away.
happen.
yeah, and he goes, oh, and he like swims off, and then this
Yeah,
next
swam
one,
over to his office and wrote an apology letter.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
He swam back
Still in
around
the
and got
mail.
another
I don't
fish.
think he's gotten that yet.
The other thing that we learned that was really interesting that is in the episode that's up right now, and our Luke Tipple, the guy who's the host, taught us this. Basically, if there is a shark and it's showing signs of aggression, and you start to see it coming towards you, the number one thing you do
Just cry. You just start crying.
I feel
burst into
sad for
tears.
him. I'm not even gonna. Swims away.
He's crying. I don't want to bother
Now I
him.
just feel bad.
Yeah.
Was it me? Did I do something? I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
It was probably me.
This is just kind of pathetic now. You just stop. You don't have to cry. I'm leaving. Okay, fine. Fine, I'm gonna bite you now because now I think you're kind of a dick.
It's kind of 360.
Yeah.
Our whole ocean is full of water, and you're crying. You're putting more water.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
salty enough in here,
Salty enough
jerk.
in here.
Yeah.
Anyway, the number one thing you do is you swim at the shark.
Oh.
You swim at the shark, and
Do you get extra points for screaming?
yes.
Just-
So he was diving in, where was it, Guadalupe?
Guadalupe.
He was diving in Guadalupe at one point a couple of years
Is this
ago.
a verified fact?
Yeah.
Because I feel
There's
like there's
footage.
the things where they're like, if a bear comes up, make yourself big and yell, but then other people are like, don't do that. You're just gonna piss it off.
No, so we actually did. So in the episode that we put up, he shows you there's a shark coming towards him, and he swims at it, and it diverts off. So we actually literally do it in the episode. We show you how to keep yourself
Okay.
safe.
So
But
it's like any other thing.
yeah.
Like it's scared of you
Yeah,
too.
that is the thing that surprised me was how scared sharks are of like things.
Yeah, like he
'Cause I thought
said
they were-
he was diving in Guadalupe, and there was a great white that was rushing up towards him as he dove into the water. He looked down and saw a great white coming at him, and he turned his body down
and he did one of
swam.
those body checks.
Yeah.
Come at me, bro.
yes.
And the
No,
shark
that's
was like,
quite literally what he did. He turned his body down, swam at it, and the shark diverted off.
Because it snapped him out. It was like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? And then it just turns and it diverts. 'Cause
well,
it's
it
not
makes
used
sense
to.
because if you're an apex predator and you're used to everything freaking out when it sees you, and
And
you see
running.
a thing that's like, nope, I am phased, that would make perfect sense.
Yeah. It knocks them out of their comfort
It's
zone.
like the little guy in prison who goes up and punches the big guy in the face, and
Yeah.
then everybody's like, "Don't mess with the little guy.
Yeah.
That guy's scary as fuck. He'll swim at a shark."
so that's the that is
That makes perfect sense,
yeah,
though.
It makes perfect sense because they are the apex predators. So when you swim at them, they're used to things running from them. If you try and swim away,
if you act like prey,
if you act like prey, you're gonna become prey. If you don't act like prey, you're not gonna be prey. So like you have to counteract that.
That's like in movie. It's like that scene
The
in Pee Wee
instinct.
Herman when the bikers are gonna beat him up.
Oh,
but
right.
then he like does the whole
Oh,
tequila dance, and they're
yes.
like, "He's okay. He's not afraid of us. He did a fun dance."
I remember that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part.
That is the equivalent to swimming at a
Surviving
shark.
a shark.
Yeah.
So if you're ever, this is for all the listeners out there, if you're ever in the water and you see a shark swimming at you, just think of that scene in Pee-wee's Big Adventure and just
do the
play
tequila dance.
tequila in your head and just start dancing at that shark, baby. Put on your platform flippers and swim your ass right at that scary mouth full of jagged teeth.
It will divert. It's crazy. We
That
got
is
it
actually
on
really
camera.
cool. That's
Yeah,
cool to
it's
know.
yeah,
Also,
so-
a good lesson for everything that's ever existed in history. If you ever see a white guy coming at you, just run away because they're nothing but bad news. You can ask, every society on every continent in the history of this planet, if you see a bunch of white dudes swimming or running at you, just run the other way. It's nothing but bad news. They mean you all harm. It's like, and this is
Colonialism
coming
at
from
its
a white
finest.
guy. I'm very ashamed. We're a horrible breed of people.
Colonialism at its finest.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're in an hour 14, and it's already 10.
Cool. So you guys only got
20 at
about 2
night.
more hours to go.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Okay.
it.
Well, thank you, Sean, so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Dude, this is wonderful.
Thanks for staying late with us.
I'm
Literally,
very happy to be here.
staying late with us. It's been a joy. Sorry, I had to scar you.
What?
I scarred you
He's already
for
forgotten.
life. Oh, I shouldn't have reminded you.
Oh, that? No, yeah. I'm
Repress
gonna
those
do my
memories.
best to not think about
Yeah.
that ever again. Not,
All right.
yeah. I'm sad that you guys had to witness that in person.
Oh, I'm the only one who
He's
witnessed
the
it in
only one-
person.
Yeah, he came to me this morning and was like, "Look at this," and he did the whole spiel to me.
Yeah.
oh,
I
this
was-
happened to just you.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys, different trains.
Yeah,
Different times.
Different times.
I see.
Yeah.
So-
Aren't you happy that you missed that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I usually try to find a seat and go to sleep.
I thought you said find a Satan.
That too.
I like to find a
I like
Satan.
to hop on the train,
Hello.
find a Satan.
You're
and,
Satan. Now I'm gonna go to sleep.
Hey, 666, all good here. Conk out.
I'm not sleeping until I find that goddamn Satan. Where's that?
Easy to find on the metro, by
Yeah,
the way.
easy. Yeah,
Not
very
hard to track down. No, lives underground. It's nice and warm. Sort of muggy down there.
Yeah.
Always smells a little off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid to lean back in my chair sometimes.
I don't sit.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my secret to the subway success. I don't touch any surfaces.
It does feel a little. Wet
I'm
when you sit
legitimately the
down.
guy who like surf floats around, like
You
leans
have, like, a
into
wide-
turns and like
Yeah, the
just
wide
surfs down the
stance.
tracks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Sometimes I'll grab a bar if necessary.
I saw a woman get hand sanitizer as she's leaving. I'm like, that's the move. I need to
Yep.
start bringing hand sanitizer.
Right.
Yep, me too. I was thinking about that the other day, and I was trying to get off the. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
And you tried to end the podcast.
I was trying to get. I
How
know.
shameful.
It's fine. It's whatever.
We're not done here.
I was trying to get off the train, and I was walking to the door from my seat, doing the last like as we were getting to stop, like try and get to the door so that I can like make sure I get out before the door closes, obviously, because it's like people. And there were like people standing near the door, and I had one of those moments where I was walking, and I didn't realize the train was speeding up or slowing down, whatever would have done this to me, and I reached out for the bar.
And it went the
And
other
it went
direction.
the other direction. And I went like this. No! And like fell back into this dude.
That's
and
amazing.
totally caught me. And I was like, I'm so sorry. He was like, sorry, that happened to me like 2 days ago. So
That's amazing.
Thank God I'm not alone. So I had to spend the rest of the 2 minutes as we pull up to the station feeling super embarrassed.
That's like the beginning of a
all the
romantic
people around
comedy
me.
right there.
Except I got off the train. Nothing happened. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was
You had to
hard.
explain to him that you're already married.
Yeah, I was like, sorry, dude. I almost lost my wedding ring in the ocean. So I probably wouldn't, if that had happened. I
Yeah,
probably
that would have been a
wouldn't
whole
You've been available.
mix-up.
That's
Yeah.
the rules. If you lose your ring,
Yeah.
you're single.
Anyway,
No ring ain't no thing.
Yeah, oh.
No, I mean, I probably, yeah, I would have literally been by sharks. I would have dove in after it and been eaten by sharks.
Unless you swam at them.
That's true.
That's
I didn't.
true.
But here's the thing: I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, if you just Aquaman'd that shit and you just full bore, just like move sharks.
Yep.
I got to get this ring or my wife's going to be pissed. They'd have been like, nah, I'm out of the way.
Yeah. Apparently, going at
Clear a path.
Anyway, okay. Well, Sean, where can people find you? Online? Can they find you anywhere?
Man, I thought for a second I thought you were just gonna end that with where can people find you, and it's like, how much time do you guys have? I'm all over the place. Man. I have a website.
Yeah.
With my name.
Oh,
wow.
An
really? You got
actual.
that?
Yeah, because I'm an actor.
That's
I'm doing
amazing.
that Hollywood game.
Yeah.
So I have an actual website. It's SeanCork.com.
SeanCork.
C-O-R-K.
Go to IMDb, right?
Yeah, I'm on there too.
Go to IMDb.com. Look up Sean Cork. Bring up his star meter.
Oh yeah.
Go there
Yeah,
every
knock
day.
that puppy up.
Knock it
Papa
up.
needs a new agent.
So if you like him, just meander. Go to the Apple Store and put Sean Cork in all the phones.
Yeah, all of them.
IMDb,
Just,
and then
just put my pretty face wherever
yeah,
you're.
bump up the star meter and get some good love
Absolutely,
out there. Some vibes,
man. Yeah, no, I am. I just did a little commercial about
did
2
you?
weeks ago. That was really fun.
For what?
For a credit union.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Little credit union, Unify.
Okay.
So that should be.
That's awesome.
That should be
Congrats.
premiering soon on every cable network.
Perfect. I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
it.
That's
you might see
exciting.
my goofy face doing some stuff.
What were you doing? Can you talk about it?
Yeah, they didn't like. There wasn't an NDA. This isn't like a Marvel contract or something. They're like, okay, you cannot talk about this bank commercial. Yeah, no, it was mostly just reaction shots, which was really cool. I didn't even have to learn any lines.
That's
Easy
great.
gig. It was super fun. It was like a day shoot. Cool crew.
Awesome.
Everybody was really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had a great time.
That's so
More people hire me. That's what I'm gonna say. That's my plug for myself.
That's your plug. Luis,
Yeah.
where can people find you?
I don't know.
I know.
I am on.
I found you.
Where'd you find me?
We both
I found
you right
Louis
here.
12.
Louis 12. LUWI12 on Instagram.
Yeah.
And on Twitter? You on Twitter?
Yeah,
still?
I don't. I check Twitter like every 4 days.
Yeah.
I'm
So
I'm
people
bad
will
with
mention,
it.
People will mention me. I'm like, oh shit. I'm sorry. I didn't
Yeah,
see it.
because I have all that stuff, but like even like Instagram, like
I've
people
even-
like post like every 14 seconds.
Dude, and you know what? Like I've got like you wake up in the morning, you look at your phone, and you go through the feed. Now I've gotten to the point where like I kind of don't look. I just go on Reddit because there's something about just
Reddit's
having.
that's a
It's
real
because-
rabbit hole site.
Yeah, because I have no connection with these people, and for some reason that's a little bit soothing to me, where I can just like go down a feed without feeling some sort of attachment.
It's kind of
I
like
don't know what
going
it
to a
is.
party where you know no one,
Yeah,
so you can almost have more fun.
yeah.
Because who cares?
That's kind of where I'm at now. So I took a little break from the social media, but
Interesting.
I don't know. I'll probably pop back in. You know,
Yeah.
it ebbs and flows.
It's good to
Pop in
take
on
a
the
break though,
Slack.
man.
Yeah, it's
Like,
really good
can't
to
be
take a
on
break
People
it.
get
sometimes.
so sucked into this
Yeah,
shit,
it's nice.
and like, yeah, I understand its importance, but like, if your life is your face attached to a small electronic device,
Yeah.
you're not living right.
Yeah, yeah.
You're doing it wrong.
Go out in the sun.
Go on the
Yeah,
sun.
man, there's
Have
stuff to
some sun time.
experience.
Get on the subway.
You actually look at the things in front of you instead of constantly holding
I-
a phone between you and those things.
I do try to go into rooms and I'm like, okay, I need to learn some details. Green wall, white trim. Let's see. There's looks like 6 lights, just so like I can start paying attention to things. Because I'll go into rooms and not realize what I was in or what I did.
Yeah.
Like I just, I don't
Totally.
know, whatever. Follow me at Louis
That's
12
how
on
you get
Instagram.
abducted.
That's why what?
That's how you get abducted.
Yes, without realizing.
When you just wander into places, you know, willy
How did I
nilly.
get here?
How did I get here? Oh, why am I chained to this chair?
Yeah.
Oh, I did it again. Ah.
You can find me at Spenser Starke. We are at an hour 21. We gotta
Yeah,
go.
baby.
Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Oh, and watch Shark Week on Snapchat.
Watch Shark Week on
That's
Snapchat.
the best way to leave this.
Goodbye.
You just say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I notice you guys snap a lot.
We used to kiss.
I like the kissy thing. I think
Now-
that's more fun.
Now
can
that
do it.
star is gone.
Yeah, we can do it.
Also,
Goodbye.
hugs. Hugs
Oh, yeah.
too. I'm hugging. We're all hugging the air.
I'm
Or-
hugging some
He's
helium.
physically hugging the mic, the whole mic and everything.
Goodbye.
He's squeezing your mic.
I'm pulsing.
He's pulsing the mic. Gee.
Okay, we gotta
Oh,
stop.
Lord.